Good morning everyone. Let's start the part 3rd of chapter 2, that is GUI operating system desktop management. Take out your computer book and open the page number 17. On page number 17, the topic is taskbar icons. Whenever we open a software program, the taskbar on the desktop display an icon indicating that some application is running. The icon contains the logo of the software application. Like on the screen, on taskbar, there are so many icons are available here. Like this is for PowerPoint, this is for Paint program, and this is for Notepad. These all are the icons of a software. That means these all software programs are open. Like if I click on a particular icon, like I click on this icon, then Notepad window open. If I click on this icon, then Paint program window open. The taskbar icon is extremely useful when we are working with multiple windows simultaneously. At a time, we can work in one window only. For example, if we want to work in the window other than the current one, simply click its taskbar icon. This result is bring the other window to the foreground and sending the current window program to the background, like in this way. Let us suppose I want to do the work in Notepad window. Then click on it. After that, I want to work on Paint program window. Then click on it. Now it will be open. Now the next topic on page number 18 is switch between windows. Now switch between windows means if we have more than one window open on our screen, we can easily switch between the windows. We can switch between one program to another by using the taskbar. So we can work only in one window at a time. The active window appear in front of all the other window, like on see on the screen. Now I'm working on Paint program window. So this window appear front of all other window and display a dark title bar. This one. Let us suppose now I don't want to work on a Paint program window. I want to work on Notepad window. So on the taskbar, click on the Notepad window icon. Now the Notepad window appear in front of all other windows. Now again I want to do the work on Paint program window. So click on the icon of Paint program window. Now the Paint program window appear in front of all other window. Now the second method for switching is, let us suppose now I want to do the work on Notepad window. Then this is my mouse pointer, this one, and this is the Notepad window. Click on it. Now the window appear front of all other windows. Now this is a Paint program window and my mouse pointer is here, this one. Place your mouse pointer on a Paint program window and click on it. Now again the window appear in front of all other windows. This is the second method. First method to click on the taskbar for the particular icon, and the second method directly click on a program window. Now the next topic on page number 19 is customizing the taskbar. Customizing the taskbar means that we can personalize how the taskbar works and operates in a same way in which we want to work. So for that, right click on an empty section of the taskbar. Right click means press the right mouse button. After that, click on properties, last option. Here the last option is properties, click on it. Then the taskbar and the start menu properties dialog box appears. Click on the taskbar tab, this one. Click on it. Then click on the checkbox to make the check mark off. This. Lock the taskbar and unlock the taskbar so that we can resize or move it. Then click on the checkbox of auto hide taskbar. to make the check mark on for hiding the taskbar when we are using a program. Hiding the taskbar allows us to get maximum size of windows. Now next, click on the checkbox of use small icon to make it on for using smaller size of the taskbar icons. And at the last, click on OK. Now you can see all the icons. If you place the mouse pointer on it, then the taskbar appear. Otherwise, the taskbar is not here. If the mouse pointer upward the screen, the taskbar hide. And if you place the mouse pointer on it, then taskbar display. And these all icons are small. These are the settings. Now again right click on the taskbar and go to the properties. Now this dialog box appear. And now check off it and click on OK. Now you can see the changes. All the icons appear large, not a smaller, and the taskbar not disappear. Taskbar always here. Now the next topic on page number 20 is add or pin an application to the taskbar. You can use the taskbar to quick access the program that we use most often. So we have to open some applications from start menu, all programs, and then navigate the menu and sub menu that appears. So we can add an application permanently to the taskbar which is used frequently. So the first step is locate the application you want to pin to the taskbar. So generally, mostly I use the MS Office, Microsoft Office Word. So right click the application in this way. After that, click on pin to taskbar. There are two options, pin to taskbar and pin to start menu. So click on pin to taskbar. After that, one icon appear of Microsoft Word, this one. After that, click on icon. Now the program window appear. Now to remove the icon from the taskbar, right click the icon. That means press the right mouse button. After that, there is a last option, unpin this program from taskbar. So click on it. Now it's unpinned. Now the next topic on page number 21 is moving the taskbar. So taskbar can be placed in any of the four corners on the desktop instead of keeping it at the bottom of the screen. By default, the window display the taskbar at the bottom of your screen. So to move the taskbar, position your mouse pointer over the blank area of the taskbar in this way. After that, drag the taskbar to the new location of your screen. That means press the left button of your mouse and drag your taskbar. Now see the taskbar upside. Now again, change the position of your taskbar. Place your mouse pointer on the empty area of the taskbar, then press the left button of your mouse and drag your mouse. Now again, downside. So you can change the position of your taskbar. Now the next topic is resizing the taskbar. You can change the size of the taskbar to display more information on it. For that, position your mouse pointer over the edge of the taskbar in this way. Now the double-sided arrow appear. Now drag the mouse pointer until the taskbar display the size you want. Now the double-sided arrow appear, and after that press the left button of your mouse and drag your mouse. Now the size of the taskbar change. Now the next topic on page number 22 is clock. You should make sure that the correct date and time are set on your computer. So window uses the date and time to determine when we create and update our files. To display the date set in your computer, position the mouse pointer over the clock. After a moment, the date appear like in this way. Now the date appear here. Click on it. After that, click on change date and time setting. Now this date and time dialog box appear. After that, click on date and time. Change date and time. Now again, date and time setting dialog box appear. Here you can change the date according to your requirement, and from here you can change the time. After the changing, click on OK. Then click on OK. Now your date and time set. Now the next topic is adjusting the volume. Volume button appear on the taskbar toward the right side. This one. Click on it so you can change the volume. You can increase and decrease the volume like in this way. Now on page number 24, next topic is shortcut menu. The shortcut menu is a menu that appears when we right click the mouse button on an object like in this way. This is the menu. This menu is also called context menu. Next is use of shortcut menu. I click on any icon, right click on any icon, the menu will appear. The menu that appears after right clicking on an object gives many options to implement various operations on that particular object. So we can cut or move, copy, print, delete, rename object with the help of shortcut menu or context menu. Like cut, copy, create shortcut, delete, rename, open, print, share with. These all options are appear. So we can apply to any option according to our requirement. So next topic is types of shortcut menu, commands. So commands on a shortcut menu will be different depending on the object to select. For example, if you right click on the computer icon, recycle bin, window, desktop, folder, selected text, taskbar, etc., the shortcut menu will display the command related to them as shown here. The first is shortcut menu on the computer icon. This is the computer icon. Right click on it. This is the shortcut menu on computer icon. Next, shortcut menu on recycle bin. This is the recycle bin. Click on it. This is the shortcut menu for that. Next, shortcut menu on desktop. This is the desktop empty area. Click on it. This is the shortcut menu for that. Next, shortcut menu on folder. This is a folder. You can see that this is a folder. Then right click on it. This is the shortcut menu for that. Next, shortcut menu on the taskbar. This is the taskbar. So right click on it. This is the shortcut menu for taskbar. Now next is shortcut menu on the selected text. So first you have to select the text, then right click on it. This is the shortcut menu for that. So here in your book, 6 shortcut menus are appear. That is a shortcut menu on a computer icon, shortcut menu on recycle bin, shortcut menu on desktop, shortcut menu on folder, shortcut menu on the taskbar, and shortcut menu on the selected text. So student, you have to read this chapter and try to understand this chapter. And the book exercise and the question answer of this chapter I will upload in WhatsApp group. Thank you.